Hello my friends and welcome back to Cat on a Sofa, and today we will be looking at the 40th anniversary Steelbook collector's edition of E.T. from Zavvi. So quickly before we get started, if you do enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and with that out of the way, let's just have a quick no-nonsense look at what's in this, and then I will give you my thoughts. So this is the slip for it. I'm not going to take the J card off, but there it is. And here is the steelbook. It is just a flat matte steelbook. I thought it was one of the indented steelbooks, but it turns out it's not, and I guess I was just looking at the photo wrong. So yeah, there is that. It's a matte finish, but it's fairly vibrant. It's not terrible, but like I said, I'll give my thoughts at the end. And here are the discs and the internal art. It has some pretty nice discs on the disc. It has some pretty nice art on the discs. And I do like it when the Blu-ray and the 4K have different art, and that's not bad at all, guys. That's actually pretty good. The internal art's quite nice, and yeah, the back. It's I guess that's about as iconic of a shot as you can get, although it looks more like the sun than the moon, which is odd. I guess it's just because of the orange motif. And here are the extras, and I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue what's in here. I just no, I actually don't have the slightest clue what's in here. So what do we have? We have an ET stage pass. That's I don't get it. What's the significance of a stage pass? And here is it's like a production booklet with some script printouts. It's very cheap feeling. It's almost like just barely a step up from tissue paper, if I'm being honest. And yeah, there's another one with some behind the scenes stills, and again, it's very cheap feeling. I'll get to my thoughts at the end. So we have some art cards, and these aren't too bad. They actually feel kind of nice. Yeah, those aren't so bad. Not doing the best job of showing them here. There we go. They all have the same background on, so there's that one, and there is that one, and I'm guessing that this is a poster, and I've made my point clear on this before. I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of folded posters, but it is what it is. So, with all that out of the way, what are my thoughts? I'll be honest, they're not good. I'll put this away, then I'll start with the slip. And then we'll move on from there. So, slip, it's non-rigid, it's incredibly thin and flimsy. This is my idea of about as bad of a slip as it can be. I think it is shockingly bad for a £40 price tag, and I'm assuming the one that comes with the 80s edition is going to be identical, because why wouldn't it be? And that's how much money just for a thermos. Was it £85 or was it 60? I'm not sure how much it was. I never had any intention of getting it. It seemed vastly overpriced for a thermos and a lunchbox, and yeah, I'm not impressed with the slip. It is bad. Moving on to the steelbook. Wait, was there something else in here that I didn't quite see? I could have sworn I just saw something else in here. Yeah, there is something else in here. It is, I want to say it's a bookmark. I'm pretty sure it's a bookmark. I actually need a bookmark, so I might even just use that as a bookmark, because I've been reading a Jeremy Clarkson book, but that's beside the point. So, moving on to the steelbook, once I've put that away. So moving on to the steelbook, I would put it around about on par with the recent Bullet Train matte Steelbook as far as finishes go. It's fairly vibrant. It doesn't look too dull, and it's not too bad. However, uh, maybe I know the American one is also the same. It's not awful. Don't get me wrong. It's not terrible, but I don't know. I just think for these price ranges that we're getting into, oh, they're letting us down somewhat. Like all of these Asian, Korean, the Chinese markets, um, they're boutique releases. They're much more premium, and I don't know why there's such a disparity. Um, like I'm not saying that everything they ever release is like brilliant. No, I don't even have a big enough sample size of them personally anyway to judge that. I can only judge it on the ones I've seen, but the ones I have seen have been very nice. And I personally feel that the Western market needs to really up its game somewhat. I feel like, especially in the UK, that we are getting really overpriced for increasingly inferior products, if I'm being completely honest, especially with this slip. This is bad. I was worried that it was going to come with a printed 4K banner, but this box is so much worse. It's significantly less good than an Arrow release, and for the Universal releases that we've been getting lately, especially the Nobody one and the Ex Machina, and I know it wasn't a glossy steelbook, but the slip is really nice, and the upcoming Kick-Ass one looks really good too, and this is the same price. It's unacceptably mediocre. The steelbook, for a matte finish, it's pretty nice. I don't have any major complaints about it, other than I don't know, maybe some embossing or debossing, some spot gloss or something would have made it a little bit better. The bookmark, it's a bookmark. These booklets are really cheap feeling. Like when you compare this to the incredibly premium feeling art book that came with the Ex Machina set, feels just awful. It's so thin. I can't even describe how bad it feels. It's not good at all. Like it is flat out. I would rather not have this in here at all. If I'm being completely honest, it is that bad. It's just it feels awful. The poster feels nice, but I don't really like folded posters. This script excerpt is again really thin feeling. Like, couldn't they have forked out the extra penny on some better paper? I mean, when they're printing in the numbers that they print, it costs them almost nothing to use slightly better materials, right? 40 quid, like, keep in mind. And the art cards are all right. They don't feel terrible. I mean, they're all right. They're acceptably decent. But that's about everything I have to say about it, guys. I'll be honest. As far as the film goes, it's definitely a childhood favourite of mine, although I haven't really watched it very much in recent years, mostly due to me never actually having upgraded from the DVD, and I do tend to shy away from watching my DVDs, even though I've still got like 1,000 of them. It'll take me a long time if I ever even manage to upgrade them to 4K or just normal Blu-ray. I mean, a lot of them don't even have 4K releases anyway, even Blu-ray releases in some cases. And so the film, I hope that it's a nice 4K transfer. I haven't actually seen the reviews, but like, yeah, I have the film on 4K now, and I'm hoping I enjoy it. I do like Steven Spielberg as a director, and he does put out some of my favorite childhood movies, in addition to like stuff like Saving Private Ryan, which I love. So yeah, I'm a big Spielberg fan, but I've got to say that this as a release was incredibly disappointing. Lackluster, cheap. It feels cheap is the way I can describe it, but it's not cheap. It's £40, and while the steelbook is okay, the slip is just absolutely awful. Like, I cannot describe just how bad it is. So yeah, that's everything. So that's the first of my deliveries. I'm not doing all of them. I'm just going to go through what I have real quick. So we will be getting videos on these in the future. I got my Warriors one. It's again, it's just another flat mat steelbook, but it's pretty decent. I don't know if I've ever even seen this film. I know that it's pretty culty now, and it was, you know, it was only like 20 something pound. Decided to grab it. My Pulp Fiction arrived. The steelbook is a little bit streaky, as I've come to expect from a lot of these releases lately with the gloss, but it is kind of nice. It's actually very nice. However, it is also damaged. Hooray! Can I? Yeah, there it is. You can see it really well in that light. And I don't know if I can get it to pick it up because I've got the curtain closed now. But, oh yeah, look, you can see all of those marks there. They don't rub off. Those are printing imperfections. So I will be complaining about those. Yeah, but I got this really early. They took payment for this on Friday. I want to say Friday or Saturday. And yeah, it probably would have been here sooner if not for the strikes. Or was that something else? Yeah, but in any case, I've got this like it's literally a full week before it was supposed to be due, and I've heard that this is fantastically a fantastically good transfer. So I am looking forward to that. I will do a full video about that one soon. And my other one was my old boy that didn't come with a slip. I'm really disappointed it didn't come with a slip. It was in the Black Friday deal for like £9 and I got 10% off it too. So it was like £8-ish. I only have this on DVD. I didn't want to get the 4K. I don't know, but because that was still like £19. I didn't want to pay that much for it. But for £8, that was not a bad pickup. I do like the film. I've only seen it a handful of times, and I'm hoping that I enjoyed that. But I am disappointed it didn't come with a slip. But what can you do, guys? So the only other thing I have due now this week are The Driver, which I haven't seen, and I Croupier, which was a big favourite of mine a while back. I used to actually be... Excuse me. I used to be a dealer in a casino. I used to be a croupier myself, so I have a bit of a soft spot for those kind of movies, and I do really enjoy that film. And it's not a steelbook, but you know, it's like £23 hour release. So I'm looking forward to that one. The Driver I've never seen, as I said, but I'm also looking forward to it. It looks quite nice, and I've heard good things about it. I don't think I actually have anything else due in the entirety of December, not until the Kick-Ass one, which is good because I'm absolutely skint. And I think that's about everything I have to say about that, guys. So the takeaway from this video, if anyone is still watching, if I wouldn't personally get this if I wouldn't give it my recommendation. It's not a good set, not worth £40. Yeah, I don't think it's worth £40 basically. So yeah, on that note, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. And if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.